You guys, I think Google watched my videos. So last week, I made a video about the 5 things Google need to fix in order for the Pixel 9 and the Pixel 9 Pro to be in contention for smartphone of the year. And they fixed everything. Well, everything except one thing. So let's jump right into the video. Hey guys, my name is Coinsola, but you can call me KJ. And this by far is the biggest product release that we've ever seen from Google in a very long time, and kind of early too. Usually this event is in October, right after the Apple iPhone event, but this time around they wanted to get in the game very early for better sales, and of course, everything's just different. They announced 4 new phones for 2024, the Pixel 9, the Pixel 9 Pro, the Pixel 9 Pro XL, and the Pixel Pro Fold. Now I got a chance to have a hands-on with them for a couple of hours, so here is everything new with the Pixel phones in 2024. First things first, we have to talk about the design of these phones, and I have to applaud Google for changing their designs ever so slightly to make it look fresh, because a lot of phones in 2024 or 2023 do not do that anymore. And yes, I'm looking at Apple and I'm looking at Samsung. This time around, all the Pixel phones have a new camera design that is protruding ever so slightly with an aluminum frame and a glass back, making it 2 times more durable than the Pixel 8 and the Pixel 8 Pro. Now, while the Pixel 9 Pro and the Pixel 9 Pro XL have a soft finish just like the previous phones, the smaller Pixel 9 is a glossy finish, which of course will attract a lot of smudges and fingerprint marks. When I first held them, they were pretty comfortable. The edges were not sharp enough that it caused any sort of discomfort, and even on the bigger XL, it felt very light, which is a plus. Another plus this year are the colors they have decided to push out. Now, apart from white and black, each phone or each Pixel will get 2 distinctive colors. The Pixel 9 will have the peony, which is like a very bright pink, and of course the color green, the same color that we saw on the Pixel 8a. And while on the Pro versions, we have the variations of peony, which is kind of like a lilac purple color, and hazel, which is a darker green. Overall, I think the color choices this time around are both bold and honestly great, because in the past year, with the 15 Pro Max or even the Galaxy S24 Ultra, the color choices have been very muted. So I'm glad that there are more brighter and more dynamic colors that we can choose from. So with 3 different Pixels, we have 3 different display sizes. The Pixel 9 and the Pixel 9 Pro will be 6.3 inches, while the Pixel 9 Pro XL will be the standard 6.7 or 6.8 inches that we saw on the Pixel 8 Pro. They decided to do this for people that wanted the Pro features without having to get the bigger phone, which I really respect. So basically just like the iPhone 15 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. With the display though, there are a few improvements that I can confirm, and for one, you still have the super actual display on the Pro phones and the actual display on the smaller Pixel 9. The brightness has improved, with the Pixel 9 having 2700 nits of peak brightness, while the Pro phones will have 3000 nits of peak brightness, making this easily one of the brightest phones on the market right now. And the biggest thing they fixed on the display is the fingerprint scanner. Oh, happy day. We no longer have to use the god-awful optical fingerprint scanner, and it is now, let's all say it together, the ultrasonic fingerprint reader. Yeah, so gone are those days where we struggle to open our phones. A simple tap is all it's going to take to just unlock your phone, and it's just, it's chef's kiss. But apart from those changes, you're getting a great display with smaller symmetrical bezels, a smooth 120Hz display, and a vibrant display to add to that. Slowly but surely, I think this is the best hardware Google has made since the Pixel 4 XL, if I'm not mistaken. So if you watched my last video, I'll put a link in the description. I talk about the failures and the shortcomings of Tensor, and how, in my opinion, this is Google's last chance for Tensor to actually work. Because let's face it, even though Tensor is decent because of how well it's optimized, it falls below the competition. It lags when gaming, it overheats when you're having a few sessions when playing Call of Duty Mobile, there is shutter lag when you're taking pictures, and all that bad stuff. This time around, Tensor G4 promises to be 20% faster when browsing and when you're using your apps, amongst other things. They also increased the RAM to 12 gigs on the Pixel 9 and 16 gig on the Pro versions. Of course, I'll have to test it out, compare and contrast with the other phones, but for now, I'm pretty hopeful that Google figure this out. Also, it's not really a Pixel or Google phone if we do not talk about AI. Gemini Nano is at the forefront of everything within this phone. It is still unclear if this is going to replace the Google Assistant, but that remains to be seen. With that being said, Gemini Nano has a ton of new features, but here are some that absolutely blew my mind. Now, the first one is called Add Me, and I'm gonna try and explain what it is. So when you're taking a group picture, one person is always left out. With Add Me, you can then swap places, then the pixel shows some sort of a phantom image of the previous picture that you took, almost like a guide for where you need to stand. It then stitches the pictures together within the same backdrop, and it looks like all of you took the pictures at the same time. It is honestly one of the wildest things that I've ever seen. Even though it's great and there are a lot of use cases for this because I'm the picture guy in my group of friends, Google has continued to blur the lines between what is real and what is not. Will this be a problem in the future? I honestly have no idea. Other AI features I got to test were the pixel screenshots, where you can easily just search through your screenshots using Gemini Nano. Magic Editor has seen an upgrade with generative fill, using AI to extend the images to what isn't there, just like we've seen on Adobe Photoshop. You can also use text prompts to add different elements to whatever you're editing. All this culminates to the usual 7 years of software, security, and feature drop updates. Will I use any or some of these AI features? I don't really think so. I can count on one hand how many times I've used Best Take or Magic Editor. Nevertheless, it's still a great addition to have whenever you want to use it. And while we're hoping Tensor is going to be as fast as Google wants it to be, I'm also hoping that this extends the battery life, because like I always say, battery capacity does not matter if it is not well optimized. It's just pretty useless if that's not the case. And that's what we saw on the Pixel 8 Pro, because that had a 5,000 milliamp hours of battery, and the battery was just okay. This time around, the Pixel 9 and the Pixel 9 Pro have a 4,700 milliamp hours of battery, which is a 20% increase from the Pixel 8, while the big boy, the Pixel 9 Pro XL, is 5,060 milliamp hours of battery. That's cool. That's not bad. The charging, on the other hand, goes from 0 to 55% in 30 minutes on the Pixel 9 and the 9 Pro, while the XL goes from 0 to 70 in 30 minutes. It's like they're listening to me. It's like, is my house being bugged? Should I be worried? But yeah, potentially better battery and better charging overall. I am really happy with this update. I would definitely give you guys some sort of an update next week when I have my full review. Now with the camera, it's mostly the same in terms of megapixels from last year, but it's clear the Pro phones are getting the better specs when you realize the front-facing camera is 42 megapixels with a 103-degree field of view, while the smaller Pixel 9 is just 10 megapixels with about 95% of field of view. But with the Pixels, you already know it's software that controls the camera quality. Now remember when I said there was one thing I don't think they fixed? Well, I don't think they fixed their video, because they are heavily reliant on Video Boost again. I don't understand it. Look, my biggest issue with Video Boost is how many people remember to turn on Video Boost? How many people even remember that Video Boost is actually a thing on the Pixel phones? Early days, of course, since I have not really used it yet, I can't really say what it is, but for now, it's not looking good, bruv. I can't wait to try these features out. I'll keep updating you guys. And other products that they announced are the Pixel Watch 3, the Pixel Buds Pro, and of course, the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. First of all, that name is, I don't really know why they gave it that name. Secondly, foldable phones are not really my thing. I don't really see the best use case for my everyday life, but I will be getting them in the studio as quickly as possible to just test it out and give you guys my thoughts. Same thing with the Pixel Watch. They added 2 new sizes, so I can't wait to test them out. So yeah, that is everything about the Made by Google event. I will be releasing my full review of everything in the next week or two, so make sure you guys subscribe. And if I haven't already said, thank you guys for getting me to 20,000 subs. I 100% would not be living my dream if it wasn't for you guys. Thanks for watching. My name is KJ, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.